Hello, everybody. Howdy,
Hola.
howdy. How is it I like clear up my storage all the time, and yet it's telling me I'm out of storage already?
I found out that my phone has a trash cam, and that's why my storage wasn't actually properly freeing up. Because it keeps the stuff in the trash can for 30 days. I'm like, no, I deleted this for a reason. You have to click, you can't accidentally delete something on my phone. You have to push like several buttons.
Right? Like, I usually at the end of the month will go back every month and like get rid of stuff, but it's telling me it's full. I don't know how that is. Although my question is, if you delete it from StreamYard, will it delete it off your YouTube?
No. I don't know about, don't hit delete broadcast, but deleting the recording does not. Because YouTube saves the copy there.
Yeah, that's usually what I do is just delete recording, but I wonder if you delete broadcast, if it'll. I don't know.
I want to test it on an old one.
Test it on an old Twitch or something. Like, oops.
Okay.
See, I just leave it full and say, I don't want you to record, so you don't need to have space.
Well, I let it record because I can like take clips from it and stuff. So looks like there's just like random ones I missed deleting or something. All right, one more thing to do to my to-do list today of fuckery. Hi, CB.
Hello again.
Hi, Sage. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. I almost put this as Halloween live stream, but I was like, yeah, it might be too on the nose. So what the Halloween? That's my weekend. That's my theme of this week, and it better be over fucking today. Oh wait, no, it's not, because I gotta deal with a bitch in insurance. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say, if you were on social media and you've seen me posting Facebook or Twitter or anything like that, I don't know if I put it on Instagram or not. I had a woman, we'll say woman, I'll be nice, hit me from like, stopped. I was turning, but yet she's saying it's my fault. I literally just hit end on my DoorDash, so like I got out of that snafu of being like, this is a business when the insurance called. But yeah, don't ever tell them your DoorDash went if you get in an accident. Just don't tell them that. But yeah, so I had called the insurance on Saturday, and because it happened Friday night, and she acted all surprised and all that, and then the lady called me Saturday afternoon, and she's gonna take my statement Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I took pictures of where it happened and stuff like that to send to her. So I gotta do that today. And I gotta go get the kid, and then I gotta try to figure shit out. Nothing like October. I'm actually getting ahead, starting my plan for 2023. So I don't think I'm on DoorDash this week because I'm gonna be stressed as hell with the insurance people. And I'm gonna make a plan, and we're gonna take that plan and actually fucking do it, not just have a plan. And by February, be like, what the fuck? What's the plan now? That was last year. It's not happening this year. CB, how was your vacation and you're seeing your mom and everything? How'd that go? Have a lot of fun? I was actually surprised to see you on here. I thought it was next weekend you'd be back. Glad to have you. Hi, RC. Happy y'all are here. Sorry, I didn't mean to start the stream with a rant, but like the anxiety. And then I come into my house and my room is like fucking like I gotta clean.
The air conditioning is on because our living room is hot, but my room is cold. I mean, I could change it from in here, but that might annoy my roommate. Because that half of our apartment is way warmer than this half.
Is it because of like windows or anything?
Yeah, we have a big balcony. Because we have a balcony and then we have the big glass windows. But then above it, we have an arch window. That heats that room so much.
Yeah. I almost hate arches because they're usually in spots where like you can't cover them. They're like
way too tall.
When I had vaulted ceilings, they were like I had two B ones that made a triangle. And I just had to put like colored glass up there and hope that like that would tone it down some because shit got hot. Like there was a seat that was leather that we had to move because it was like literally changing the color of the leather. It was like, wow. Oh god.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
glad y'all love an Amber rant. I don't do them often, but when I do, trying to be nice.
my
I want to call it.
computer kicks off heat. So even during the winter, every once in a while, I have to pop a window just to not
Rather have to
boil.
pop a window.
Hmm?
Don't break the window.
I'd rather have to open the window when it's cold.
Little sister's like, hi. From the door. Well, I'm glad you made it home safe. I'm glad you had fun. At least somebody needs to be having fun. Because Lord knows I can't. The boyfriend just switched his jobs, and so this weekend he's on call. So he's like, he thought he was gonna have where he was gonna have like a weekend off, where he was gonna be on call and then back up, and then a weekend off. But they took the third person off, so now he's just working or back up. And he's like, great, I'm not gonna have a fucking life. I'm gonna be working 6 days a week, just like my last job. And it's like, just talk to your boss. It'll be fine. Figure out what backup means before you go flipping out. And he's like,
Communication is key.
right? So he texted me yesterday. And he's like, okay, you were right. Back up. He'll never call me. I'm like, okay, that's why you have contractors. Like, even if he does call, you can go, hey, send it to a contractor. I'm busy. It's not that hard. Because his birthday is next weekend, and I've got like all this shit planned. And like, he's not going to drive at all next weekend. We're going to go to Renther, and me, him, and Kira, and then on Saturday, and then Sunday, him and I are going to go to the Catfish Festival in town. And yeah. He's like, I'm too old to go to the bar and have people buy me shots. So I was like, okay. So you don't want a headache the next day. I get it. Like, let's go out of town. Let's like go somewhere, do something. See people we don't fucking know. Communication does save lives. It really does.
It do.
Hello, Ducky. I love that you use Ducky. But yeah, so my life's a little crazy right now. And I freaking stayed up at 11 o'clock to watch the Formula One racing last night in Japan, and motherfucker got rained out, and they're 15 minutes delayed, 20 minutes delayed, 10 minutes delayed, 2.5 hours later, literally, oh, there's 30 minutes left of the 3 hours that were allotted for the race. Let's start the race. Why? At this point, nobody's getting points. My guy is not going to win, so I ended up falling asleep. Stayed up for all that. I could have been asleep already. So, yeah. And my mom's like, why don't you just use my camera instead of bothering with your uncles? I don't know. Bitch won't come on. I don't know. You tell me. Another camera that don't work. Who knows? Could be because it's corroded on the inside.
Like my soul.
Oh, but wait, my stepdad's like, hey, you can borrow this one. Yeah, if I can get the batteries out. They're kind of stuck.
Like my soul.
Right. When you see corrosion on a battery in something, it's probably not going to work. So for all of you who've been wondering why there's no videos, and there's only live streams on Amber's channel, this is why. It's like you give a dog a bone, he'll run away with it usually instead of bringing it back to you. Give an uncle a camera, he'll take it for a year. Oh, really? That's insane. I didn't know like weather could stop WrestleMania.
Sometimes they're in domes.
Yeah, but I mean, aren't they usually covered?
Not if they don't get to it in time. They're like racing, and it's like, oh shit, we can't do it now.
Yeah. Guess it makes sense. Yeah. So I will say this: if you've, not that I have a big following But if you have a book and you'd like to be interviewed, talking about your processes in your book and everything, like I said last week, shoot me a link, shoot me to your book so I can start reading it now, and just send me an email. The first sprint, I'll put all my stuff on, or you can go in any of my old live streams. But I'm trying to get a list together today of people to contact this week. I've already got 3 that have said yes. So
I finally finished the first draft of Whispers of Tomorrow. That means I'm technically on schedule to actually publish by our birthday.
I have your name with a question mark beside it as to whether it'll
I'm
get
like,
done.
technically I'm on schedule now. This week I want to get all of the chapters edited for Vella, and then I'm gonna leave it alone for the rest of October. And then in November and December is like all of the editing will take place.
Yeah.
To have it ready by January.
See, the goal this month, like I have this whole list of stuff, but I kind of have it separated in my head of what I want to do each month. The goal this month is very lofty, first off. It's get my podcast schedule set up, get at least one of my books outlined, that one of my published ones, the one that I've taken down and nobody knows what is, get it outlined to see where I can re-edit it. And a plus would be 2 books out of the 3, and then still be reading the writing workshop books and come up with a format plan of how I want to do my books going forward, so that they are more streamed to write to market, and what all the people say in the books are best-selling points to hit in the book. And making sure, like, I know the 3 structure is good. I just don't know if I have, like, the pizzazz or whatever that they say to add. Things like that. And there's nothing I can do about it because I refuse to re-edit them. Because at this point, I would just feel like I was killing a dead bird. But it'll help me going forward to editing book 3. And writing book 4. So that will just be like the 2 that aren't as great as the rest of them going forward, but they're still really good books. I still like them. I still like the prose and everything. And I know they hit the beats. I just don't think they hit them with the pizzazz that everybody's saying needs. So go from there. That's just October's goal. Yeah, I'm crazy. Y'all met me. I'm crazy.
One day I want to be able to afford to hire Jayce to edit my books, but I'm a broke person, so that's why my books are going unpublished. I mean, they're getting published unedited. There will be a second edition someday.
The only reason I haven't went gung ho for book 3 is because I haven't got my income tax to give him to edit the book. So I'm literally just waiting on that. I mean, it's had its round 1 and 2 of edits, but I'm like, well, while I'm waiting on that, I might as well see if there's anything I can do to make it better, And then reading the marketing and kind of getting a plan of attack going with that. So, but yeah. The Amber of old has an attack for 2023, and it's partially getting back to my old self of being able to multitask and get shit done. And I just say I'm going to get it done, but actually fucking do it. I don't know how I'm going to do that with trying to find a house, but
you got this.
I got this. It's fine. Everything's fine. Fucking fine. Oh, hi, Jenny. What concert are you going to? That's what I want to know. I was supposed to go to a concert Friday and I did not. I should have spent money instead of making money, because it ended up costing me money. Well, costing somebody else hopefully money, not me. But they have a hood thing that goes over the ring.
Yes, the dome.
Yeah, I just thought they were always inside.
No,
Most buildings.
Sometimes they don't, because it gets so hot in there with all those people.
Yeah. Oh. I was today years old when I learned this. That's different. I did it, you kid too. Life kicking the seas. I know. I've been watching your progress. I just want to say I am so proud of you for being able to take it and bear it and turn it into something positive. I'm trying. I really am. Um, like today, just being here to me is a win because I like so it happened Friday night at 10:30, the wreck, and I was so pissed off. It's not even a big wreck. Like it just the angle at which she hit caused internal damage in the car in the actual frame. So like it's gonna cost more than just replace the door. But so I was so mad. I got home, bought a 6-pack on the way to the boyfriend's, drank till I like had a heartburn, and fell asleep. I like woke up Saturday and it like I was still pissed off, and I was like I started feeling myself fall into a depression mode, and I was just like, no, like I'm not doing this. This is not gonna. It's not even that big of a wreck. Like I'm worried it's gonna total my car because my car is only like Blue Book value is only like 8,000 on it. So like, okay, whatever. Like it. Don't worry about it. I can't control it. Serenity prayer, and try to get some shit done, and made the rest of the day decent for myself. Um, I managed to get some stuff done last night. So like I just got to keep remembering focus only on what I can right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, but when you got kids, you got to focus a week and a month out. And like, we've been slow at work, so I've been able to kind of double duty stuff and do some writing workshop notes and stuff while I'm at work, and still look busy. But we're about to get busy because of getting the Florida storm stuff. Um, so like I'm about to get busy and not be able to do that. And so I'm just trying not to let myself get worked up and over stressed and let my anxiety and depression just eat me alive. So but yeah. So I know I can do it. It's just telling my brain at times that I can do it. And I know everybody has problems. Mine's just in the big soup of life, but it sucks. Hi, Jenna. I love your name now, the Soul Writer. I love that. I can take that in so many contexts. That's the reason I love that. But yeah. So yeah, everything's going great. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Hi, Megan. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll get through it. I'm just gotta complain to somebody, right? If I say one thing to my mom, it's gonna be, well, here's what my life's like. Different about my narcissistic mom. So that's when I was barely on stream on time. So all right, let's get stuff done. What are you guys gonna be working on?
I have something to work on, but not enough time to explain it before you want to get the sprint started.
Okay. You can tell me what you did afterwards. Make sure you're doing. What are you working on, Kat? Ed?
Well, I'm gonna do my journaling that I want to do. I'm supposed to do daily. Mental health.
Mental health is important. I'm gonna finish.
I'm working on it. I'm working on self-care. I'm learning how to take care of myself.
I think technically self-care is what I'm gonna do first sprint because I've got to get my room clean or I'm not gonna be able to actually focus. So it's like a week's worth of clothes on one side of my bed. I just been pushing them to the side so I can sleep. So yeah, we're just gonna start the sprint. Let me know what you're working on, and we'll talk about it on the other side. So 3, 2, 1, go! You've been warned. It goes boom.
Boom.
Bada boom, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. All right. How did we do? What did we do? Now you can tell me what you were doing, Jayce.
All right. So I play in a Mage the Ascension RPG that Sako runs,
Mhm.
and we play on Fridays. And she records them, and she edits them, and she puts them up. But on the 28th, I am running the game,
Ooh.
and it's going to be a special tongue-in-cheek comedy Halloween episode. So I'm getting my notes together,
Awesome.
getting my timeline set up and everything.
Nice.
We will be live, I believe, which means that it's Friday the 28th. I believe it's at 2 Eastern.
Well, with 6
Post
seconds
channel.
to spare, I got my room clean. I just got to tackle my desk.
Running tackle?
All right. Let's see what everybody else is doing. Let's see. Megan was brainstorming social media posts, which I got to do sometime this week. CB was working on dinner and a one-shot series called Snapshots Assembled. Color me intrigued. I like that. Still working on editing book 2. Finally getting some major progress on it. Good. Editing is still writing. CB says, I'm also working on keeping my temper and not getting arrested tomorrow for turning green and using the Hulk's thunderclap on my carers. It's not their fault they don't have competent management right now. Very true. Sometimes, though, you're like, I know it's not your fault, but you're going to sit here and listen to me then.
You're the one here.
Yeah. You're going to be the one to tell them exactly how pissed off I am. Because, like, I know in some of my jobs, they'd be like, so she was pissed. I was like, no, you don't understand. She wasn't pissed. She was livid. And I had to hear it. So now you're going to hear it. Just as I've been wrangling book 4.0 draft to the finish line for 2 months, I hope to drag it there by the end of October if needed. Awesome. Goals are good. Even if you don't get all of them accomplished, even if you just get one or get progress on them, it's something, right? So I keep having to tell myself. However, if I don't get the information I need this week, I will turn green and there will be consequences. Oh, I know that feeling so well right now. If you need someone to help with the sun going real low, buddy, reach out. I think that. Megan came in with the first boom, followed by CB, same minute. I am working on gifts for first, second, and third place for next year. So on my streams, if you come in with the first boom, or the first minute, because like Megan and CB did the same minute, so I can't really say one came in before the other. It's just whoever hit enter first. But there will be points awarded for like that too. But I'm gonna have a point system, and at the end of 2023, I've got some amazing ideas of gifts that I'm working on right now. So if you are able to make it to my Sunday streams, like that's going to be a thing starting January. So I've been thinking about that for months and like working with one of my other writer friends, and that's been MIA for freaking ever, but she has some of the best ideas. I don't know for y'all that have been around with me forever since the beginning. If you remember Jasmine, first book technically that I published with New Haven Publications for other than myself. She has the best ideas, and so we're working on her book. I gotta take it down this week because she's gonna totally revamp it and come up with some ideas, and she's helped me. So definitely got things in the works. So that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna let this year go without, like, even if I spend the next 3 months not writing or doing anything writing related for myself, like I've got ideas and plans and things. So yeah. So get ready. Keep with the booms. Megan says, I worked on coming up with social media posts, came up with exactly one. Hey, one's better than nothing. That's more than I can come up with right now. Let's see. We got 598 words. Nice. More than I can come up with, that's for damn sure. So, a while back, I got this 300 writing prompt book that I just randomly saw at Walmart. And I was thumbing through it last night, and it's got some really good ideas to turn into like social media posts too. So, like, Megan, when you're coming up with stuff, don't just think about things that you could specifically post for social media. Like, look at other things that you would do writing related and see if that could correlate into social media posts. Also, just to throw it out there because he's doing a lot of good stuff lately. Like, I love him anyway, but Gary Vee is, for whatever reason, focusing heavily on marketing and ways to turn things around in your social media right now. So if you have or haven't watched him, if you know nothing about him, like, definitely go check him out. He's really in tune with social media platforms and what's going next and where the next like big thing is and everything like that. And TikTok being interest focused versus followers focused has totally turned a lot of social media on its head. And I don't necessarily like how he works so much and like his wife does all the family stuff and all that, but he's building a brand, whatever. But he is on the pulse. So I'm sorry you hate him, Megan. Like, I don't know. I don't like hate or not hate anybody as far as like watching him, but he is in tune. So he's doing something right. So you can take anything from it. Like, he's talking about LinkedIn is changing their platform a little bit. So like, if you can post your videos or post links to them or whatever, and get in on that. So yeah, it's something to think about. Dinner is ready. Leftovers for tomorrow. That's always nice. Makes it a lot easier for the week. Yeah, no, he's just one of a lot that I follow. If you have some, maybe there's some that I don't have and don't follow. He does the same type of stuff, flipping stuff and everything that I do. So like, I understand his methodology better. But that's where I have found that I fail hardly. My books are great, but it's the marketing that I suck on. What? Okay. A little busy. Okay. A little busy. She found earbuds. But yeah. So he's just one of many. But apparently when I signed my Twitter on last night, it like said that I didn't have an account, so I'm having to redo all that. So if you've got some that you like, let me know. I will follow anybody that can tell me how to be better at my job. Right now, I suck at it. All right.
Sucker.
On a scale of 1 to 5 as a suck rater, I am a 6.2. Not the best of ways. All right. So we will get this next one going. So I can eat and get cleaned. All right. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Boom. I'm messaging my cousin.
Boom, boom, boom.
We have no power here.
You have no power?
No, like in the stream yard. We don't have
yes.
power. Neither of us have the power.
Sorry.
You're
I knew
good.
it was about to end, but she's like, I've got records. I have the cat's records. And their meds. I am the animal keeper of records. Because I didn't have this when I went and got them fixed last week, and they had to print me out a sheet. Without a file cabinet, my world is shit. I can't remember anything. So I cleaned the desk, proved to my mom that the camera she gave me does not work, and it does not me. It just does not work. So I can have more room on my desk. So, okay. Thanks for all that, Megan. I wrote them down. I will look at them later once I get all the writing stuff figured out. Hopefully by the end of this month. November is going to be the marketing side, so thank you definitely for that. CB came in with Jenny, with Megan, all at 12:10. Thank you. See, that's the kind of things I'm going to have to like figure out, because like there's got to be a tie, first place, second place, if y'all do it at the same time every time. It'd be like who came in first this time or that time. See how many times that happens. Power of technology. Let's see, Jenny got 2 pages edited. Nice. Didn't do anything after listing marketing sources. That's okay. You got stuff done, and that's what matters. And you gave me lots of information. Like, that took time, too. So, thank you for that. I realized last night at about 2:30 in the morning, because during the race, when it would go to commercial, I would do some of my notes. And I'm almost done with the last book of our writer's workshop notes that I had to retake. Except there's 2 books that I don't know how I got and read, because I know I read them because I remember things from them, that I don't have notes for. I just found out last night I don't have the book for it. How the fuck did I read it? Like, I even went back, was like, was I even on this? Maybe this was a month like I couldn't get the stream, so like I didn't get the book to save myself money. No, I was on these streams. How did I read the book?
Huh, that's weird.
I don't know if they were like maybe free on Unlimited then, and now they're not. I don't know. I'm very confused about this, because I watched myself, which is very odd to do. I know what I was talking about. I wasn't just talking about my ass. What the hell? I don't know. I don't know. I've got like 3 chapters left on this, and then I guess I'm gonna have to re-buy those books, because I've got to buy Writing and Releasing Rapidly again, and Writing in the Dark again, and take notes on those. So, Writing in the Dark, I was not on that stream, but I don't remember if I read the book or not, so I don't know. Okay. So I found a new bomb. It's a 60-minute bomb, but I'm gonna take it down to 20 because it says snow cannon alarm. Kind of curious as to what that is.
I'm curious now too.
So that'll be our next one.
Hopefully it doesn't have any extra noises.
That's what I'm just gonna see and get it down. Well, while I'm getting it down, let's see. No.
Cool.
Yeah. Timers
Is it-
and Morse usually pretty good about saying if it has music or something. But she did this one last year, and like how I haven't noticed it, I don't know. I guess maybe because of the 60 minutes, it hasn't recommended it to me.
Could be.
I don't know. I'm gonna make it my like side mission this year while I'm making timers to figure out how the hell make movies.
To make what?
Like the squirrelies for the bomb.
Ah,
I don't know how to do that. I want to learn how to do that. Okay, so that's right. Yeah, I want to learn how to do that. I need to like up my game on so many things, but I feel like I'm gonna age myself here. But I'm pretty good in the age gap of people in the chat, so they'll know. Some of them may know what I mean. I feel like on Married with Children and the blonde daughter, like she
Kelly.
can only, yeah, Kelly, she can only remember so much.
I reference that episode all the time.
Yeah, so I think we've talked about this so much, but like I feel like that. So like there's so much shit I need to learn, but I'm kind of afraid to learn it because I'm afraid I'm gonna lose other stuff. So like, okay, we'll learn this off to the side. Let me get all this figured out first. So if I lose it, I've got notes.
Yeah, for anyone who's not familiar, Kelly is basically the dumb blonde daughter, and in one episode she was being trained for like a quiz bowl, and they had a close up on her, and as they were putting facts and like trivia into one ear, like life skills and stuff were falling out the other ear.
Like I so feel that right now. Like that's the thing. It's gonna be funny because I have to train somebody how to do my job at work, and like I have so many. I'm not gonna say unnecessary, but for me, extra secondary, catch myself type things. Like I have an Excel document for like all our clients and things that I've made for myself, just to make sure, like in case the computer ever glitches, like I know I've done these and I still have to do these. Like I'm waiting on this so I can, because our computer doesn't generate our task till like 11 o'clock in the day. So once we start getting busy, I can't wait till 11 o'clock. Like I'm gonna have to start doing these tasks so I can do them ahead of time. I know where I'm at, so that when it populates them, I can go done, 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 send, without having to look at it. And so when I start training somebody, like, do I show them this that I made? Do I not? Do I? I don't want to tell them I have memory problems and that I'm having to second guess check everything I do, but hopefully we don't get anybody till we start getting busy, so I can like see what our workload's like and
Get busy.
know how to do it. But I'm also learning the commercial side now, which is extra steps. So that's gonna be another thing, like if I'm training them or not in that. So because as we get more people, then we can devote more people to certain sections to like rescheduling and commercial and things like that. So I will definitely. I wrote your name on beside the marketing people, so I know who gave me the info. So I will definitely probably hit you up when I get started on that. I think the marketing, like I said, I want all the book stuff to be October to get everything prepped, and that way I can start doing interviews and stuff in December for January, and then the marketing probably November, so I can start putting it into practice in December. That's the goal. Yeah, see, and you didn't help just me; you helped everybody. So definitely the marketing side is what I need. I feel like a lot of people need more help on that side, honestly. Like we all write, but we don't. A lot of us are introverts, so we don't know how to get it out to people. But yeah, click on it. On the train from DC to New Jersey, I watched the pilot, the bowling episode, and the tap dancing episode of the Golden Girls. I love the tap dancing episode. I so love that. I could watch Golden Girls all day long. Especially when you think about it as a writer of like how they played off each other. They only wrote like a third of the script every time. Like I think that's so crazy. Because the girls just played off each other and they're acting like these older people and they're so young, so like to think of jokes that older people would make and not younger people, like that takes some talent. I mean, you can't. There's only so many times you can call somebody an old hussy or floozy. I mean, so well, I guess Blanche is all the time though. So yeah, yes, I do. That is one of my favorites. It honestly is. Yeah, And that's the thing. They didn't have to like each other, but they played well together off of each other as artists. Like I think that's funny. I don't know. All right, so let's see what this snow cannon alarm. It could be something great. It could be something I don't know. I've never seen this one. I'm kind of interested. It's normally a 60. I've got it down to the 20. So let's get this one going in 3, 2, 1, go! I have no idea if it booms. I have no idea if it snows. So don't get mad at me. That's not a bomb. That's just snow.
Rude.
Pop
That's
top.
a whoosh.
Pop
It is a
top.
Charlie.
Charlie!
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, bomb. You can shut up now. It's
But
just
it's the
still.
bomb diggity.
It was still wishing. It didn't need to wish anymore. No more wishing.
It needed to whoosha.
Yes, you. If I do next year, if I do things like that I find that are not technically booms, they're whooshing or whatever. It's whoever says whatever first. Yeah, boom, whoosh, what the fuck. And whoever acknowledges it first that we're over.
Prince
Good
over,
thought. I just thought
motherfucker. That's
I
what
just
you
thought
write.
about that. Yeah. Because eventually I want to make my own bombs. Timers of things that, like, just random things. I don't know. I may just videotape blowing up shit. I don't know. I may actually make 10 minutes worth of freaking detonation. I don't know. So one way to do it, since I don't know how to animate stuff.
Wait, we're supposed to know how to animate stuff?
No, I want to make timers like that, where like it actually like moves with the timer. I want to up my timer game. Which would mean that I was actually editing and making things, period. But we got a plan for that. Got a plan. It's fine. Got a plan. So yeah, Jimmy with the boom. And a Charlie is
boom?
A boom. A whoosh. A doosh. See, we got 158 words. Nice. Have the cape. I do the whooshing. I love that. Oh, you're gonna have to remind me what that's from. Is that a boom? Yeah, more like a wet thud from a snowball hitting a window sliding off than a boom. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I write. I don't animate, but I am animated a lot of the time. You're animated all the time. It's fine. My desk feels so clean, but yet I still see all my highlighter marks on it, and I can't get them off. I need a magic eraser. See, I don't ever find the good memes. Although after last night, Formula One has enough memes to last the rest of the year. So I could have a lot of memes, but you just be
What
like,
did they
what?
do?
So it was raining in Japan because of course it's monsoon season. Like, why did they have this during monsoon season? I don't understand. So like they didn't have to delay the race because it wasn't raining that hard when the race started. They were able to do a standing start, which is great. That's what everybody wanted. But literally, like, first turn, somebody hydroplaned and hit a barrier, or not a barrier, but it hit the barrier too, but knocked a advertising sign for Rolex. Like, it went flying through the air, and thank God it only landed flat against somebody else's car. So they had to drive all the way around the track with that on their hood going slow enough that it wouldn't fly off and hurt someone else.
Oh
So-
my.
Time flies.
Yeah. So
Oh my.
in the second turn, somebody couldn't see somebody beside them and ended up bumping into them and like going off the track. But they were able to get back on. So then the third turn, this is all literally the first lap. The third turn, somebody's engine starts to fail and like almost causes another accident because he spins out in the middle of the track. And mind you, it's raining. So if you've ever watched racing in the rain, like especially with these Formula One cars, they end up with like a rooster tail of water. You can't see anything but the blinking lights in front of you. So like as the race is becoming yellow flagged and everything, and they start, I guess they were trying to determine whether it was a red flag or not, but they went ahead and brought the tractor out to turn one of the cars. as the cars are still going.
Wait, what?
Like no emergency personnel is supposed to be on the track until it's either a red flag because they've got to move the car, or they're not going to have to get on the track because it's a yellow flag. And they can get them off to the side, but you have to slow down. So with a yellow flag, you slow down to 40% of your racing speed, so usually 150 miles an hour, a third of that. Or a red flag, they have to all go around the track and into the pit lane. Well, they red flagged this race while there were still like 6 cars left to pass the accident. And the tractor, I guess, just didn't feel like waiting. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to get on the track. And 2 people almost fucking hit him. Because they couldn't see him. Because he has 1 brake light. It's a regular tractor. He has 1 brake light. So they don't see him. And so, like, they were pissed. Of course, the one that almost actually hit him was like, I could have been fucking killed. Like, he was pissed. He was livid. And he's also the one that had the sign on the front of his car. So, like, he already was having to watch that thing. And then, like, yeah, I put one of the memes on it. Yeah, it was like, and then for whatever reason, when they all red flagged it and, like, they were in the pits and everything, nobody wanted to talk about it. Why did the FIA did that? Like, it was insane. Like, every time somebody would mention it, somebody else would, like, distract them away from talking about it for a good, like, 20-30 minutes. And then, like, I guess enough people were getting pissed off and talking about it to other people they were getting interviewed till they had to address it. Yeah, like, they had to address it, and then they were like, well, I don't know why the FIA did this. Like, that's not a smart move. But, you know, we got to look at both sides. And I'm like, there's no both sides to this. Like, the car that almost hit him had to go faster to get around him, thus making the other 4 or 5 people behind him possibly in danger because he's got a sign on the front of his freaking car that he's trying not to make go flying in the air and hurt somebody else. Like...
Now, I'm not saying this to absolve anybody of wrongdoing, but is this the first race the people that like did the racetrack recently get taken over by a new group of people that have no idea what they're doing?
No.
The only thing that would make sense here.
The only thing I can think of is this track has not been raced in 2 years because it's in Japan. So, like, the entirety of COVID, we didn't race there. So I don't know if they just became lax or if they just, like...
Somebody didn't have the meeting beforehand to review the rules.
That's a good possibility.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's probably not an FIA thing. I think it was, like, the track people were like, oh, yeah, it's fine. Go ahead and go. You know, or the guy's like, oh, it's red flag, so I'm good to go now. You know, like, and there just wasn't communication maybe between the FIA and that. But, like... So after that happened and everybody's in the pits and they're pissed off and we're waiting for the rain to stop and everything because it, like, just decided to drench right there in the middle of that. All these memes started popping up about each driver that was pissed off. And then, like, Gasly can't afford a Rolex, so he decided to get the sign. Like, instead of birds of rain in the air, now we got signs. Like, Rolexes are flying everywhere. Everybody gets a Rolex. Talking about the sign, and
I'm thinking of Bill Angeval. There's your sign.
Yeah, I thought about that a second. It was like, well, there's your Rolex sign. Here's your sign. And it was just like memes of like people's faces. You know, me when I hit the sign. Here's when I saw this type thing, and then like they were waiting and one of the guys was like doing this, you know, with this, and so then there was a whole meme about that, like peekaboo, that lights out, lights on. Like, it was, my phone, my Twitter was sitting there blowing up because I follow each one of the teams and then like 5 or 6 of the top 5 racers, and like it was insane. My phone is sitting there blowing up. I had to mute it so I wouldn't wake the boyfriend up. Like, like, holy crap.
Look at you being unnecessarily...
Well, and like they were saying, like, signage doesn't usually fly off when you hit it. Like, it's usually, like, just
it
like...
wasn't on. Yeah, that wasn't properly,
No, Like signage is usually just tarped on, so like it just absorbs the hit. These are actual, like they actually like pulled the sign and looked at it later. Like it was a metal freaking sign, like a good size of a queen size bed. Like it took 3 people to hold the sign and get it off the vehicle, just to take his front nose off and fix it. So like, could you imagine if that had flown off his vehicle and like landed as a corner into somebody's cockpit or their engine or like underneath the car? Like, yeah, it was people were pissed. Like the entirety of Twitter was pissed at the FIA. It was the amount of memes that came out. Like I was just like texting them to a friend. I know it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was just texting them. I was like, "Here you go. Here's all the memes you'll need for the rest of the year." You know, they'd get in the car and out of the car, in the car and out of the car, because it'd be like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, and then like everybody get ready and get in the car, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's suspended. We did this for 2.5 hours. I stayed up for 2.5 hours of, oh, we're gonna race. Oh, we're not. Oh, it's too wet. Oh, no, it's not."
Look at this catastrophe, and it's canceled.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, like after the second being put back on hold, even the drivers are getting pissed off. And they're like, just either cancel the race or freaking let us go out. Like, you're already telling us we have to go all the way on wets, so let us decide who's gonna, whether we should drive or not. And literally, they waited 2.5 hours. And they were like, "Oh shit, we've got 30 minutes left in the race. Like, if anybody's gonna get points, we might need to run this thing." And by then, like, it was almost dry. Like, it had totally stopped raining, and everybody it had been for an hour, been like, "Can we go now? Like, it's barely sprinkling. Can we go now?" So yeah, it was a big like WTF moment. Yeah. Hello.
Never understand yourself when you think you're a professional, because this is what professionalism looks like.
Well, it was so funny because a lot of the cameras were trying to not capture the drivers being pissed off because they were cussing so much. And it was you have half these drivers that are like pissed because they could have got hurt, and all the other drivers that are like the top 5, top 10 are just kind of sitting in either in their stalls or in their cars, just like, are we ready yet? Can I have my phone? I want it to be something. It's like, of course, you weren't hurt. Like, you don't care. Oh, God. So I will probably go back and watch that tonight. It was just skip past the 2.5 hours to watch the race, because by the time the race actually got started, I was dozing in and out. Like, it was.
But what you have to do is, while you're watching it, play the Benny Hill theme.
Right.
Sounds appropriate.
Yeah, it really would have. I mean, oh Lord. Hello. I don't think I've seen you on here before. I have memory loss, so if you have, sorry. Otherwise, hi. Sorry, I was in the middle of a tangent. Yeah, I don't know if it had to be somebody at the racetrack just not talking to the FIA, or Lord knows the FIA last year fucked it all up with the whole end of the race. Let people go, don't let people go. Oh wait, we're racing. Bullshit that won Max Verstappen his race and started the controversy of the freaking year for F1. But yeah, they're not known to be the smartest cookies, but usually when it comes to rain, they're pretty on it. But yeah, you go to Twitter and you type in F1 tractor and like,
I just want cookies now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I tagged like 2 that I thought were the best. Yeah. I just like liked all the ones on Twitter and like texted them to friends and stuff. So yeah. And we have a Jules flying by on the way to her stream, I'm sure. Hello, love. I will be over there soon because I've got to get some work done, and that's going to be my excuse, is I have to get stuff done unless F gets good. They always use Sundays to clean and stuff, which I probably just need to go to the park and be away from everyone to get shit done. But I need to make the things on the computer, and I don't want to take my laptop. Hi, Eve. Didn't realize you were. Yeah, I'm always on at 11 Central. So whatever time it is for you, I think that's noon your time, right?
Yeah, I know I'm not going to get anything done today. The in-laws should be here in the not too distant future.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, they decided to like clean and everything on Sunday, and like I can't do my laundry because they're doing laundry, and I clean my room, and she's like, "Here's some clothes." So then now I gotta do laundry again. Oh, you're Central Time. Okay. And then they make shit ton of noises and call my name a shit ton of times. And
It's
it'll
not
be
like
just,
you do this every Sunday.
you know. But like my Wednesdays, I try to plan those on Twitch, and like it never fails. The shit that's gonna happen always hit the fan on Wednesday.
I have found that people living in the house, no matter how regular your schedule is, they tend to just conveniently forget it.
I'm not looking at my husband at all right now.
Unless it's his game.
The funny thing is on Sundays it's all people in the house. On Wednesdays it's all external stuff.
Everything. What are you talking about?
It's all external stuff. Like this Wednesday was a boyfriend. Last weekend it was I think the cats or maybe I'm sick or it's always something. It's always something on Wednesday. But then if I change it to any other day, then all of a sudden Kira has to have like practices on those days. It's like the only day she never has a practice. So like it's only a safe day. Yeah. This is yeah. I'm not gonna argue with it. This is what we have a lack of in my house. This is what we have a lack of in my house.
Halloween?
No, I can't read it. They're bringing stuff upstairs. I can't read it. Yeah, we had a discussion about how she makes just as much as I do, and she manages to pay all her bills, and I can't pay mine. It's like, yeah, you don't have a you in your ear bitching at you constantly. Your kids are grown. They don't need things. There's the difference right there. She spends maybe $200 at Dollar Tree a month. I spend it on shit for the kid.
There's your first problem, trying to be a good parent. The hell? That's all one.
Oh, it almost came to blows a couple weeks ago. The whole living with family yet paying them rent, so you're like a renter, and then your family, and then that blurry line in between, whenever they feel like it being one way or the other. That's the crucible that is the aggravation at my house. So yeah, there's nothing that's not our business. She's a narcissist. So yeah, we've had this discussion. Yeah, it's just this is why nothing gets done, because it's usually like I was trying to leave yesterday, and I was like having a little bit of memory problems because we were trying to get out of the house very quickly, and she's like, I went downstairs to get tea, and to this moment I can't. There was something downstairs I needed to get and take upstairs, so she wouldn't bitch about it. I'm sure I'll hear about it at some point today because I knew she'd bitch about it. And she's like, can you fix my internet? I'm like, I'm on my way out the door. Like, I'm trying to get stuff. She's like, I need you to fix my internet. Okay, yeah, I need to leave in 10 minutes, but let me spend 20 on you. Yeah. Yeah, it's that. It's just the way it is. But
They just need to understand we live in the era of broken technology that will eventually fix itself because it doesn't even know what's wrong.
oh, yeah, or we'll just get how much did he say they were going for? $50,000 AI robots that look like they come out of the Will Smith AI movie?
Yep.
No.
They're
I remember that movie.
$50,000.
No.
Yeah, I'm working on getting out of it, but it means coming up with $3,000 for first and last month's rent with the boyfriend, and I owe like $1,000 between her rent uncle's credit card, medical bill. You know, the shit when I didn't have a job. I was having to rely on somebody. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you and I have about the same mom, Jenny. But, yeah, so I have my upstairs. Me and Kira stay upstairs. That's why she's at a friend's house, because I couldn't stay here last night. And so I think every Saturday she'll either go to the boyfriend's with me or go to a friend's house. So she didn't have to deal with it either, because the 5-year-old is God around here. So, yeah. You know, just makes life harder. So I haven't done season 2 of my podcast yet, because weekends are really the only time I can do it without stretching myself too thin or meeting up with people, and they're here. So it's a thing. But yeah, like, did anybody else hear that Elon Musk, like, by next year, year after, he's gonna have an actual working AI, like in the Will Smith AI movie?
I'll believe it when I see it, because last time he said that, he brought out an actor dressed up like a robot and thought nobody would notice.
Did he really?
Yes.
I don't know. He said they're
I
working on it. Like,
I do believe that he's working on it, because I think he would be the happiest person on earth if he could be like, I am the master of the robots, because I just think he must be the master of all things. But
yeah,
last time he said he cracked it, he brought out a robot that was really an actor. And like, then it started like dancing, like break dancing, and like, seriously, you thought nobody would notice. And then when he realized everybody noticed, he was like, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, we're working towards this. Like, really, like, nervously.
yeah. No, I don't follow him enough to know, like, but they actually, that made the news, and I was like, oh dear God.
I don't either, but I'm really into, like, I'm really fascinated by robotics. And when that story broke, like, everybody I know sent me like 500 copies of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, isn't his kid pretty much named AI?
His
I mean,
children have naming choices. Like, decisions were made, not good ones, not valid ones that are going to need a lot of therapy and eventually name changes.
Yeah. Like, I don't, because I remember
A
the
lot
whole
of random letters and numbers.
Yeah, I remember when he had his kid, like, there was a thing with the naming documents where it didn't recognize a certain type of character or something. So basically his kid got named AI instead of A, whatever that thing is. The little sideways A. But yeah. So yeah. He's not. Yeah. He's not a nice person. I just this. He doesn't like it, but yet we're going to space and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And
the most fun thing about Elon Musk is that he offered to buy Twitter, then got surprised that Twitter has bots. I think your parents are here. So he tried to get out of the offer. They sued him because you can't just do that. And then he was like, fine, I'll go ahead and buy you. And they said, no, you broke the deal. We want the money in for you to go away. And the judge went, yeah, they're allowed to say that. So give them. So now he has to go to trial and possibly has to just give them the money and not have anything.
oh, and like he doesn't even have all that money.
Nope. He might.
Like, he doesn't have enough to buy them. Why would you agree to an amount?
He might lose Tesla over his attempt to troll the internet. He might lose his company. So remember, when you think to yourself, I make bad decisions, remember there is an Elon Musk. Your decisions may not be great, but have you lost billions of dollars because you thought it would be funny to make an internet meme? Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I was literally just thinking. Yeah. He might just. Yeah. I heard that he didn't really have the money. I was like, because when they were talking about him buying it, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, it'd just be one more platform I can't be on. And
he's planning on doing a stock transfer or something. Like he was going to leverage his stock to make the money, and he still might have to do that and end up not having the company. It's kind of beautiful. Like I know I should be a better person and not wish ill upon people, but some people,
I can sum
I
it
don't-
up in 2 syllables.
yeah,
I don't
some people
consider
bring
it,
it on themselves.
right? Like, I don't consider it wishing ill harm on him. I wish karma on him. Do you know how many people have bought his cars just to have him be petty because of something they said on a review?
Oh,
and
yeah.
turned cars off, turned the things on their cars off. Like, it's just karma coming all at once.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, he just needs to behave because he's becoming the poster child for Eat the Rich. I mean, just
The first purge that happens, can we name him as tribute number 1?
I'm not saying he's going to inspire the revolution I've waited for my entire life, but he
I mean,
might.
there shouldn't be many bones because he's pretty spineless, you know?
Yeah. And I've always wondered what blue blood would taste like.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like chicken.
I just feel like every bad karmatic thing he's done in his life, it's like, I could do something to you now, but yeah, you wouldn't feel it. Oh, I could do this here. Yeah, we really wouldn't do nothing.
I just want to see how this turns out because it's going to be a trash fire, and I'm kind of here for it.
Right? Remember that whole picture we had up at the beginning of was it 2 years back, 1 year back? The whole trash fire? Yeah. I don't know. Oh Lord. All right. Has anybody got anything going on specific this week they want to mention?
Not
My life's completely changing.
Again?
Well, I was officially installed yesterday, and so much change is happening. Wednesday, I will start discussing changes to my schedule because I have some more things that need to be worked out that we're going to work out Monday. But big changes are coming on the horizon. Check out my stream on Wednesday.
Honestly, between your changes in schedule and my changes period for the next year, I don't think anybody's going to be able to keep up. Like, first off, I need a better fucking webcam if anybody knows of one.
Well, the nice thing is this is a 3-year gig. Well, 3 to 6, depending on whether or not I get invited back at the end of my term. Which I we'll see. But so at least for the next 3 years, my stuff will stabilize a little bit because I've made commitments. But
You
Just
said
wait.
nothing for you, Jayce? You said nothing new for you?
No, nothing this week. I have the thing on the 28th, but that's not this week.
Okay. All right. Yeah, next Sunday, every Sunday at 11. Wednesdays, if you like, at 8 p.m. Bye, girl. Anything for you, Kat?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you are no longer allowed to say that. You have to end all of your statements with, and I finished my book.
It's
At
almost
least for
over.
the next month and a half. Anything new for you, Kat? I finished my book. Like, you have to have that little giggle because the giggle isn't mandatory as a writer.
It's not fully done yet.
You wrote it.
I need my birthday present to be interviewing you for your book.
It is
How's
written.
that sound? Do you want to hurt my feelings on my birthday?
On our birthday?
Don't make me get a Will Brenner up in here. The book it is written, soon it shall be done.
Soon it shall be done. I'm going to this week I'm going to edit the chapters and put to get it all up on Vella or scheduled on Vella. And then I'm going to put it down for like a week or two. I think I might try and through Office Depot, Office Max, whatever, get it printed so that I can have a physical copy and go through it. because I can get it like spiral bound, so it'll not fall apart.
Yeah.
To
me, that's the best way to edit because it takes you out of like computer brain and like.
Oh,
I can't immediately change it.
And just.
Well, not only can you not immediately change it, I have the thing when I'm trying to edit where if I have a screen, my brain is trying to think of all the things that I do on with the screen.
Yeah. I'm learning from the books I'm reading and stuff how to edit differently instead of just like reading and editing as I go. Like focusing on one thing to edit, read the book, fix it, focus on the next thing, edit it, fix it. So it says reprint it every time, and I'm like, no, I'll just like these changes will be in green, then these changes will be in blue.
This go through is going to be in blue. This go through is going to be in pink. This go through is going to be purple.
Well, no, I mean not necessarily characters, just like all the grammatical edits will be in pen, and all the the structural changes will be in a marker or something like that. Just like because I renovate houses and stuff, I feel like I can look past all that and it not distract me. Whereas she's like, so you don't get distracted, do all this type of editing first and then change it and then reprint it. And I'm like, yeah, I ain't got that kind of money. I mean, you're talking $10 every time I print my size novel. Like, that's not happening.
$10.
I'm being nice. We won't talk about how much it really costs. Yeah.
If you're going to like Office Max or something, the size that your books are would probably be in the $60 to $70 range.
Oh, I know exactly how much they are. I did it for 2.5 years before I decided to buy a $500 printer and save money. Yeah. Because by then I had already bought a printer. Theirs. Yeah, it wasn't good. All right. Come hell or high water, I will be streaming Wednesday. Because I'm not doing any DoorDash while this insurance stuff is going on. Because I don't need to stress myself anymore. I don't need to be trying to answer the phone while I'm driving and figuring that shit out. Because it's just not a good idea. There is a possibility I may not stream next Sunday. It is the boyfriend's birthday. And we just kind of have to see how his new schedule goes as to which day we're doing what and how he feels. So pop on. If you see the stream on Devon's, then I'll be on. But I'm going to make the decision Saturday. So if you get on Sunday and I'm not here, that is why. But I will be back the next week. Trying to force him to have some fun in life. Like pulling teeth from a rabbit. All right. Yeah, I think that's all. Do we have the links for Devon's playlist and the next stream?
I had it earlier. I do not know.
I usually have all that pulled up, and then I just did it this morning.
Hold on. This one, I just put one in the chat. The one in the chat is Jules's stream.
Okay, I'm getting Devon's.
Did I put?
I'm getting the playlist now. I was like, there's something I'm forgetting to do. All right, so that's Jules, and then this is the playlist for the day. If it'll ever load. All right. Thank you guys. Going over to Jules, have some streams, get some work done, and have a happy writing week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.